So if you're someone who already has found the things he's good at, the things he's, just really good at than the average people, and that's one of the ways, easiest ways to win in life, and you're probably the lucky ones if you have found that. But for most people, they just kind of get lost into just, making money and life and all that sort of stuff, and just they don't know what, they should do with their life, and if you are just, just struggling to find something which you are good at, because you hear all that sort of stuff from podcast and stuff, that, do the things you're good at, and you'll excel in life. And that is true, that is definitely true. But it is really hard to find something which you like, you're good at, right? It is tough. But what isn't tough is finding the things you like doing, regardless of if you got paid or not paid doing that thing, right? So if you like some hobby, even if it sounds childish, even if it sounds like, like there's no way I can make money from this, or there's no way I can live off, doing that thing my whole life. And because society has always taught that, hobbies should be something, or the things you like doing should be always done after you just finish working for someone for, like 8 hours, and when you come home tired, and you should, maybe find 2-3 hours to do that stuff, or maybe just completely ignore the hobby or the things you actually genuinely like doing. And that is one of the core reasons that most people are depressed, and most people, don't have any enjoyment in their life. So I think one of the best things you can do is just squeeze some time throughout your day. Of course, you got to make money, but find some time to actually do the things you like doing, and do it with a vision that I can make something from this, And the intention part is the biggest thing, or the biggest recipe, or the main main recipe for, making or converting your hobby into an actual thing where it actually generates you more money than your actual job. So intention is something that you need doing those hobbies from now, and try to make as purposeful as possible. So even if you're doing some sort of a thing which you don't, you would just do it anyways. For example, just maybe just talking, maybe just speaking to people. Now just, try to use that same thing, or like if you like on one of those people that like sharing stuff or like giving advice, do it in a purposeful way, or with intention. And when you put intention into that, you would find like, oh, I can actually speak to people online, I can actually discuss or give some advice if I have to the internet, and I can create some sort of a value from that. And also I'm, just at the same time just doing the things I like doing. It could be, for someone, if someone is interested in cars and stuff, they can talk about cars, find a way, just find a way, even if the budget is pretty low, just you'll always find a way, you'll always, you can start with a shitty, production. You can always start with something simple, but the start is necessary, and the intention to actually, you know make it big is also necessary, I feel like, and I think that's one of the best ways you can live off, doing the things you like doing. And what happens is, when you do the things you like doing, you will be just good at it. So eventually it's just inevitable, right? So, just do the things you like doing. Don't stress about, oh, and maybe I'm good at this, maybe I'm good at that. Leave that stuff, that's unnecessary stress. So I think that's the best way you can move, through life. So yeah.